watch if it's worth. recognize cards for that long. Buddy. You go boy. Yeah? You go boy. You go boy. You go boy. Yeah, I woke you up, didn't I? You're like, ooh, that was some good food. That was some good food. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was some good food. Yeah, it was some good food. Yeah, you go boy. You go boy. You go boy. Yeah, you just chill. You just chill. Aww. Buddy.
Now that you know what we're up against, I have to show you something.
Authorization clearance updated. Access granted. Attention expeditionary team. Excavation duties has been cancelled for the day. Please return to your stations. Elevator has arrived. Please stand clear. Reached your destination.
This is a thermonuclear warhead. We can't risk this facility falling into enemy hands. In the event it's overrun by hostiles, you'll have to activate the self-destruct sequence. Now you know. Get some rest. I've got your next mission in the briefing room. Head over there when you're ready. 463 is about to be overrun.
That sounds like a shit show, Director. But we'll make it happen.
You know, I used to serve under Task Force 6-3. Most of my men are still stationed there. Take care of them for me, boss.
This one's personal.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Thanks for the assist, 2-7. I see you've sent your ace in the hole.
Priority comms only, 6-3. Where's your director?
He's dead, ma'am. I'm the acting CO.
Copy that, 6-3. You've done well for yourself so far. First priority now is extracting your command wing.
Negative, ma'am. My wounded come first. We need the western cargo wing secure.
Roger that, 6-3. We'll do it your way.
Hey, check it out. 2-7's ace. Wolfhound, this is Stalker. Got eyes on your ace. Once you guys get that cargo wing secure, we can begin evacuating the wounded. Ace, over here. Horizon's got the... Finally, someone with some hustle. Let's move, man.
Things on the trains. The breach at any moment. Can we set up the trim lines? Then whatever falls.
Western cargo wing secure. Copy. Beginning evacuation.
This is Falcon. We're approaching the LZ.
Good shit, 106.
Try not to hate me, but I used up all your ammo. Those bastards kept coming. Didn't know when to stop till we all dropped dead. This is Deadeye. 106 is online. Good work, Deadeye. We'll get your team a medevac as soon as possible.
106, the situation's gone critical, but we can still salvage this. How's that extraction point looking?
Looks like it, Stalker. Keep searching for an extraction point. 2-7, maybe we can reuse the docking wing?
Alright. 106, you're gonna have to backtrack to the insertion point.
Mono, you're gonna have to belay my medevac. My whole team is flatlined. On that bed. Hang in there as long as you can, Deadeye. Rip up the other teams first, sir.
Looks like we can extract from here.
See what you can do to help 106.
I'll get that door open.
How many more have to die before you and left you all behind the rock to bear the full weight of their consequences of right now, right this very moment, you need to make a decision. Continue to fight and die, or lay down the weapons and release me.
Shit! Stalker's down! We need assistance now! You gotta save my men. I'm counting on you, Ace. 006 is expendable. Kill or capture, I don't care.
We'll take good care of her.
Supply drop incoming. Hang in there.
What's happening, Albert?
106, check your fire. You got friendlies inbound.
Prologue. Operation Northern Cross.
Sir, First Lieutenant Claude Wallace reporting in. Good work out there. Glad you're still in one piece. We're just about to go over our next operation.
You're late. I'm sure you know standard procedure is to report immediately after a mission. Good news, Claude.
Time to go look at the chat. Is there anyone watching me?
Good news, Claude.
Hello?
Good news, Claude.
See, oh my god, I can actually hear myself on these beats? No way. No, guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me at all? Went live and ignored us. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I went live and then I was organizing magic cards for like 30 minutes and then my dog came in and then I was like, okay, let's actually play it now. Then I played a little bit and now I'm playing this. Top 10 anime betrayals. Sasuke. I'm just joking, I don't know. I hear you. You do? Yeah, I broke my Blue Yeti mini mic. So that's why I wasn't talking, because I thought you guys couldn't hear me anyways. But apparently my Beats headphones work, even though they're wireless.
March the 10th. At long last, we have finally entered Imperial territory.
I just want to play the game, bro. Wait, what are you saying?
They brought
I
out
hear
the big
you.
guns.
I was singing math. Hola, hola, como estás? Bien, y tú? I followed your whatnot last night. Really? That's awesome, bro. I'm surprised. I think you're like the third person. I'll be right back. I will access. I have no idea to let him stop. Guys, add me, Pinterest. Matt needs to join YouTube and start drawing. That hurts. He's dead. Bad. JK. He's down bad. Babe, you double-faced on Tundra Life. Oh. Why do I sing randomly? Garrett, I'm possessed too. On YouTube and whatnot, I don't got social media. You're gonna get possessed. There he is. Sorry, I was just trying to see what you guys were talking about.
A blast that big could wipe out a whole squad. Easy.
How are you doing, brother? I'm doing alright. I just wanted to play some games.
Let's keep moving.
Before I have to go to my, funeral service. Hi, do you remember me, dude? I remember you.
A rendezvous point with Squad F
I'm so
should be
bad,
nearby.
like, I can't stick to one game. Like, I have to switch it up. I get bored too quickly.
Flash.
Thunder.
I really just want to play the game. I'm just skipping. Sometimes when games have too many cutscenes, it makes me upset. Tell me this is like... What the heck is Whatnot? It's a selling platform. You can buy, bid, sell stuff. This game reminds me
Let's
of
go.
Fire Emblem.
I'll do what I want. Lock and load!
Preparation complete.
Engineer. Lancer.
Let's rough them up!
Roz. I did like Roz. He was cool. I almost want to take him out. Him out. The dude with the grass in his mouth.
Alright, I'll do something out there.
Here?
Okay, is that good? Deploy.
Now, capture that cannon!
Hey, back. Just had a little cry about my mom. I'm sorry. How old are you? Hi. Are you asking me how old I am?
You ready?
Bro, in
Take
a
down the
slow
Imperial
state.
camp. Capture their heavy
Again,
artillery.
I am going
Squad
to
E,
crash out.
move out!
I'm in a tank. I just want to play one mission on this one.
I expected resistance, but they're tough nuts to crack. What should we do?
We can't exactly rush in and kick the door down. First, we need a solid foothold. Let's capture that camp.
After that, well, guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Weapons free. Squad E, move out.
Pay attention, Claude. Your leadership skills are going to be put to the test. That means getting the most out of your soldiers. Don't forget the basics.
Yeah, good point. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, moving out. We have to do this. Enemy sighted! Right there!
Where's the reinforcements?
Here comes the pain!
No one can get me from right here.
Try not to get killed.
Watch out for counterattacks! Watch out! They're onto you! Keep calm and move onward.
airdrop? Oh, I guess you can. Dang, you missed all your shots.
Anyone injured? Here! Not quite.
I will post how it looks when I'm finished. He broke his voice box or something. Should I build a one-story mansion on 99's floors? Hello guys, I want to ask you something. I can't believe I have to go to a funeral tomorrow.
I'll rip you apart!
I mean, hey, we're both in the same boat. I'm literally just putting all my guys in here. This game is literally like Fire Emblem, but just
Guess I'm up.
way more different. Like, what is going on? Come on, we can take out one guy.
Freedom and wheat.
So close. How old are you, Matt? I am 37 years old.
Let's get physical!
What the heck is this?
Hell yeah!
Take cover behind the rubble and engage the enemy.
Keep calm and move onward. They've got you in their sights!
Well, that wasn't good. Yeah, I am 24. I was just joking. I'm sorry, Garrett. I was just joking with you. I'm 24. I'm actually 24. My birthday is April 10th, 2002. I hope sarcasm meter ain't broken. I'm sorry, I had to. Garrett's always saying like music lyrics in the chat, so I thought it would be funny to like just mess with them. Okay, we need to take this tank out.
Leave it to me!
Uh-oh! The enemy's firing back!
No reason left. Or my guy could just die.
Give them all you got! Yeah! Don't sweat the small stuff.
I see. They're good.
The hell yeah, got me.
Advancing!
I don't care, I'll
Enemy
figure
sighted.
it out myself, dude.
Fire!
Dang, that was pretty pathetic. That shot.
What? I have to work?
Make a plan, then act on it.
There's another tank? I didn't even see it.
Good girl makes everything better.
I'll rip you apart!
There we go.
There they are.
Can you please draw? I'm tired of this. Yeah, I know the game is kind of boring. You know, just because you said that, I'm gonna get off of this game. But I'm not drawing. Not yet. I just wanted to play some games. I just never know what to play, you know? I bought this game because it was on sale, and it's mid. This game's good. 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 I'm tempted to play some Dragon Ball Fighters, honestly. Let's do some online. I made my own song. Oh, your own song. Games. What do we got in games? How about this? We can watch art videos together. I'm almost done with this painting, like halfway done. Okay guys, I'm gonna make you watch my favorite YouTuber.
Decent human, most people realize that there's something else you might want to learn how to draw. Because drawing objects like weapons, pendants, skulls, armor, and many more things is what makes your art look more believable. Believe me, you don't want to be that guy. So here's a guide on how to draw every item, object, and weapon that you would want to. You know what's funny? I've given a lot of workshops over the years, teaching people how to draw better, and what most of you guys struggled with was drawing the simplest object. It's literally what you just saw before. Everyone's focusing on drawing characters, and yet everything else is very lackluster and wobbly. And believe me, especially in mediums like comic or manga, you always have to make things like weapons and armor look top notch. And don't worry if you're bad at this, because just like the people from my workshop improve within not even an hour, I can also teach you how to draw. Like a son. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get a soda, one sec. Oh, I thought this had drink in it. I'm gonna pour this out before it gets on the floor. Oh, that's what happened? Okay, here. One sec. This beer was such a disappointment. I'd rather drink Fireball. Are you okay, babe? Ooh, the baby. Ooh, I love my baby so much. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, sorry, guys.
So here are these steps to draw basically everything. First, you try to nail the proportions of your object, meaning you try to narrow down very roughly
hey, I'm
which
24 and I work at a liquor store, so sometimes when I come home, I try things.
Part is going to be what size. Kind of like...
What? The chat. They're all shocked that I drink beer. Like right now, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little 5-shotter of Fireball. Don't worry, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink like that. I like sipping on stuff. I don't like feeling drunk like that, like often. Like maybe at like a family event. But definitely not the funeral. Oh, hell no.
Like drawing in a silhouette.
So messed up.
The second step is, if you haven't by now, getting at least one decent reference ASAP.
Like
because drawing without a reference would be like
and I make almost
spelling the name Marcel without an M. Third step is called...
No way, that's actually awesome. Holy camoles, babe. Sorry guys, I'm just...
Basic shape really design. Happy. You already know what this is about if you watched my previous videos, if you're a subscriber.
And guys, this guy right here is literally the reason why I'm decent at art. I watched his videos on repeat. I read all these books. This dude, he's on to something. I'm not shocked that you drink beer.
And if you're not a subscriber, then you know what to do. Shape design is all about taking your reference and mentally trying to break it apart into its very basic shapes, so it's easier to draw that way. And since you already kind of marked the proportions, you know roughly what needs to go where. The most challenging part here is to draw all of this not 2-dimensional, but rather 3-dimensional. More on that later in the video. Now the fourth step is obvious. If you're done drawing your items roughly, you can now go into detail. Try shaping this rough silhouette to look more like the item that you're actually referencing. And if you're now wondering what kind of exotic erasers and pencils I'm using here, don't worry, they are all listed in my art supply list on my website, which you would have already known if you were a subscriber. Okay, this last step is optional, but you might want to shade your artwork, add hatching, texture, or details. There are many ways to add details and shadow. I could list off 3 different ways to shade and highlight the blade. It's completely fine if this is too hard for you and you can't do this on your own, because next up is a draw along part where I show you all of these steps in detail. This part right here is to just quickly show you all of the steps. I'll be trying to teach you this through the power of editing. Because as you saw before, all of my videos are animated, so you guys understand all of this a lot better. And if you actually want to learn how to do editing and making videos and animations yourself, well, I can recommend Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of classes. I've used Skillshare several times. Code WILRIS.
What happened? Open the door? Open the door. Dude, Loki came in here and he's lonely. Loki came in here like 4 times. He was like, I need attention, you know?
Receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Now let's try and draw an object together. This next step is a draw along part, so don't worry, you won't need more than just the usual pencil, eraser, and obviously paper. You already saw me drawing a sword before, so let's do something different here. This video is about drawing items in general and not only weapons, but I got a nice idea by reading Gachiakta. Sorry, I mean Gachiakuda. It's a manga where people use everyday items as weapons, so this is a nice place for inspiration and also a nice middle ground, so I'm not only drawing weapons in this video. This scissor here look especially dope, so let's draw a pair of scissors in action, just like you would see in a manga page. Now, if I'm too fast for you, which happens sometimes, just remember you can always adjust the playback speed of this video. And while drawing, obviously keep the steps in mind. The first step is we start by figuring out the dimensions of our object. So mainly where our object starts, where it ends, etc. Just marking down important landmarks. Now, I already did collect some references, but yeah, this is the point where you absolutely need one if you haven't already. Or you just look at the references that I put here on screen. Now let's build this thing bit by bit. For beginners, this could be the hardest part, because you're not only separating your items into shapes and place them, but you also have to draw these shapes 3D instead of just drawing some flat lines. As always, you can tell if your object has volume by dividing it into more or less equal parts. So yeah, it doesn't matter which part of these scissors you draw, there's always another layer to be added to make it look 3D. If this actually is the part where you have problems, I did make a whole video on practicing shape design, with some very easy examples so you can improve your 3D shapes a bit. It's linked on the top right corner, just give it a try if you're struggling here. And then, well, this object isn't very detailed, so you can always just refine some details or correct some shapes if they look off. But there's not much you need to correct when it comes to the shape.
Look how he uses shapes.
Okay, so how do we get detailed, especially with such a simple item? You can always add details to every item by adding some very simple hatching. Let's take the sword from the beginning as an example. Again, what I did here was just mentally dividing this item into equal parts, and then adding some shading that follows exactly these lines. That's it. That's how you add a very basic version of cross-hatching. So, what does this mean for our pair of scissors? Well, mentally divide it into equal parts, and you now have an idea where you could add some very simple hatching. I would recommend going easy and just add enough so that the shape of your item becomes more obvious. But you could always go very detailed here. Especially cross-hatching can deliver some really impressive results, no matter the item or subject. Maybe check out my tutorial on it sometime. Now just for fun, I'll add another last step dedicated to the shining of the metal. Like with the sword before, you could totally add this very stylized anime shine effect and call it a day. If you want to get a bit more realistic with this texture though, you could always just imagine a point where the sunlight could hit and then hatching / shading the rest of it. That's also how I did it with the sword from before, and this approach should work for most metal surfaces. Anyways, that's how you can basically draw any object in just 5 steps. And here's a cheat sheet for you to screenshot with all of these steps on it. The only thing I would want for you in return is for you to subscribe. A like would be great in exchange. You can go ahead and screenshot away if you like this video. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to check out my video on cross-hatching if you want to get more into detail. Or maybe check out all of my tutorials. By now I've made a video.
I want to show you guys the tutorial that taught me how to like draw better. Where was it? Dude, this dude has 2 million subs. Jeez. This video is so important right here. Watch this with me, guys.
Hi guys, my name is Marcel, and guess what? Your favorite artist has uploaded a new video. And me too. Today you're gonna learn the basics of drawing faces. What's important to me is that every single one of you can draw along. It doesn't matter if you draw Disney style or cartoons or manga. I'll try to explain how to draw face shapes in different styles.
This is the method I use.
So today's video is gonna be pretty basic.
This is literally when my art started
another video where I draw faces in different angles sometime in the future. If you want to watch this video, then you can go ahead and subscribe. Then you'll get notified when I upload another video about drawing faces. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start with the basics first. We're just gonna draw a basic
watched
face
this
shape today,
before.
and the most important thing is that you don't get discouraged right at the beginning. It's okay if your circle isn't perfectly round or your lines are wobbly. I was like that too, everyone was. All of this is plain muscle memory and practice. Wanting to draw a perfect face right from the start is like expecting to be perfect at slacklines after watching it for one time. You don't only need theory, but also practice. And we're going to start with just that, drawing a face in theory and practice.
So this
Let's
is
go.
your art teacher? Yep. I'm telling you guys, this
If
dude
I want
right
to draw
here
a
is
face, I
actually so
personally draw
valid.
it like this. I'm gonna start with a circle. Next, I'm gonna split that circle right in the middle.
Yep, and that's exactly what I do in every single one.
And then I'm gonna shape the jaw and the chin.
But I do mine in reverse though.
I know,
I start
there's
with the
tons
chin.
of tutorials about how many guidelines you'll need. A guideline for the eye, guideline for the
It's
ears,
better to start with the
guideline-
chin. It's better to start with the chin because you can just draw a line on the jaw where the jawline is, and then you can still get it the proportions correct. Because if you're drawing characters and you start from the upper from the jawline, then you might make the chin too big or too small. I think the chin, starting with the chin, is better.
I mean, what are you gonna learn from this? Honestly, I think there's only two guidelines that most people will need. One for the eye and one for the tip of the nose. Placement of these guidelines can also sound very tricky at first. Again, some tutorials tell you to measure them out by taking half the circle and then multiply it by the square root of x minus the sum of all parts combined in order to divide it by. Barely any artists out there ever measures guidelines. They all go with their gut feeling, so don't fret when you're off by a millimeter or something. I personally place them so that the circle ends in the middle. And also, you can use those guidelines for drawing ears as well. So now let's check the proportions. We have two small parts and one big part. Just remember it as 2, 1, 1, as a little mnemonic device. By the way, my camera films from an angle, so the head might look a bit big to you. And then when it comes to the chin, you can make it a bit rounder. Like I said, this is my personal way of drawing faces. There's tons of people who draw their art in completely different styles. For example, cartoons. Other people like to draw comics. Or, for example, manga. Everyone draws differently, this is just my way of approaching a face. The most important thing is that you can tolerate that different people have different tastes. There's people that like their art more realistic, and then there's people who prefer it stylized or cartoony. The proportions I'm showing you in this video are a bit more realistic, but I'll show you how to change things later on. Oh, by the way, there's a guideline that I never knew as a child, but I think is really important. It's the cheeks. They go up from your ears right down to your chin. Anyways, those were all guidelines you'll need in order to draw the shape of the head. Now we can continue by drawing the facial features. You guys know how I roll, I like to simplify everything in order to learn it. I didn't show you any guidelines for facial features yet, because you all have different styles. It would be pretty dumb if I would show you guidelines for smaller eyes, but you really want to draw bigger, more stylized eyes. Like I mentioned, everyone has different tastes. Now let's start with the eyes as an example. If you would like to draw more realistic eyes, your guidelines should be very slim. By the way, there is no shame in using a ruler if you're still having trouble with drawing straight lines.
So facts. Use a ruler, and honestly, if you don't have one, use a pencil, bro, and just like put that on the paper and just draw like the pencil as a ruler. Use these guidelines, guys. I'm telling you, it's a really, really good tip.
That's what rulers are there for. Now you draw in the eye in a very, very basic shape. And after that, you can add the details. A lot of beginners draw details straight ahead without drawing the basic shape first.
Don't do that, guys. I'm telling you. What he's saying right now is so true. Start, if you're drawing from reference, just start with the basic shape, measure it in, and then add detail from there. That's literally how you make your art so much better, I feel like that's how I got this one to look decent.
That works out for some people,
What if
but
you have
most
nothing
artists have a hard time drawing like that.
strange?
That's why you draw in the
I don't
rough
even know.
shape first, so both eyes are the same size. And yes, this goes for every kind of eye. Let's say you prefer bigger, stylized eyes. In this case, you can lift the upper guideline up so it matches the size of the eye you want to draw.
And that's exactly what I did with this drawing. But since the face was curved, you have to do it at a curve. It's kind of a little difficult to explain front view. All the lines are going to be straight, right? But if you're doing like a head tilt, like the one I'm doing, you're going to want to go with your guidelines kind of slightly curved. And I'll show you guys what I mean.
Again, we
What
should
do you do
first
if you
draw
have
in the basic shape,
nothing
so both
straight?
eyes will be the same size later on.
If you have nothing straight, redraw it 100%. That's what those guidelines are for. They make it to where all of your facial features are going to be straight. It's basically like math is like geometry. You want to see how far your facial features are from the other side of the face so you can get it anatomically correct. That is literally what you're trying to do. And if you need to use a pencil or like a whole bunch of lines and measurements, it's literally like you're making a blueprint of the face. You start with a circle and you make sure that that circle is like the base, you know? What I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, but the line in the middle, that's where you get your measurements from. And that's where you start with the guidelines.
And only then should you add details. And those were the basics of drawing eyes and how to keep them the same size. And you guessed it, that goes for everything else too. For example, drawing noses. We first pencil in the basic shape of a nose. Your average nose is as big as our guidelines that we drew in before. But if you'd rather have another nose, like for example a button nose, then you'll need a different shape for that. If you have more practice with this later on, then you should
I'm only in
definitely
third
get
grade.
inspired by your
I don't know
favorite artists.
geometry. It's alright if you don't know geometry, but basically, in short, geometry is like a math for telling how far something is, you know, by doing mathematical equations, like football field, you know, or how far someone kicked a football, or like something like that. Geometry is about distance, you know, and if you measure it right, then you don't have to worry about your proportions being bad.
If you combine the things that you like, you'll get something completely unique out of it. Most artists start by being inspired and then grow into their own after some time. And yes, that's how it's always been. People are just very quickly to judge without actively reading into the topic.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
So you do either all of that, or you're just drawing in all the basic shapes that I've prepared for you here. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to start with the basics. I just think it would be a pity if all of your artworks looked the same because of my tutorial. That's why I didn't want to make this video at first, but I understand that you sometimes just want to practice by drawing a cookie cutter face.
That's the thing, your drawings won't look the same. If you use these guidelines, you literally can just put the guidelines anywhere you want. Basically, you can make the chin way longer by drawing that line more further down. You can make the chin thicker by drawing way more curvier lines. You can make the ears bigger, you make the eyes bigger. What he's saying, it's true, but you just gotta go outside the box. And that's the one thing I'm trying to figure out with my original characters. It's so difficult though, because like you need reference. That's why if you're starting with the original character, I feel like you should work on all the facial features separate. So figure out what eyes, start with the eyes, just draw eyes, and figure out what eyes you want. Once you figure that out, then draw noses, figure out what nose you want, and then the mouth. And then if you have all those down, then when you start drawing faces, then you can just put those in the face and you know exactly what you're going for. But if you just try to draw everything at once, it's probably going to end up bad, like what I was trying to do.
But if you do that, try using
What
photo
if you're trying to
references.
draw
Make a
something
photo of your face
uneven?
and try learning.
Oh, uneven? That's more perspective then. Because if it's uneven, then then you're probably looking at it from a different angle. And then that's when you have to use perspective lines, which is a dot. I'll play that video too for you guys. It's kind of more difficult to explain. But like basically, like, you know how if you put a hand on your face, it's gonna be bigger than your face, you know, from that perspective. But if your hand's down, then it's gonna be the same size as your other hand.
From it. For example, here's a photo of my face. What? Oh yeah, right. Sorry, I didn't shave before making this photo. Right, yeah. Excuse me, the next time you'll see a photo of me, I'll be shaved. I promise.
Oh yeah, another good tip. You know how you can draw good anime characters, I feel like? Find pictures like that dude's face right there and just draw his face, but with no facial features. So then you can have his jaw and chin line, and then you can work from there. Because if you want a character that looks like an adult male, then find someone that looks like online, a real person, and then just draw his face, and then include anime style in his face. That's what I was gonna attempt when I start drawing my OC again.
Anyway, photo references can help you place guidelines if you have trouble with them. You can go ahead and practice all of this, just rewind the video and draw along if you haven't already. Now what I'm doing next is to draw in more details to these building blocks that we've drawn. Just so they look less like building blocks and more like, you know,
someone
facial
kissing?
features.
You would have to, I've never tried drawing someone kissing before, but you would have to, how would you even describe that? I mean, obviously, like, imagine you're looking at someone from the side view. What are you going to see from the side view? You're only going to see one eye, you're going to see half a lip, you're going to see half a nose, and basically, like, when people kiss, obviously they put their lips out a little bit, so you would have to, how would you say this? I feel like it's possible, it's difficult to explain. That one I can't explain, I'll be honest. It's like, Aries, can you explain that one to him? Because I feel like you're a good enough artist to explain it. Because, like, the perspective part in that, like, there wouldn't really be too much perspective, because everything's still the same, unless they're, like a different angle than just the side view. If it's like kind of like a 190 or something.
But I still stand by my advice, use photo references and try drawing an individual face, with maybe bigger lips or wider eyes. If you're ready, we can continue by drawing the face from a side view.
How can customers tell your business apart when the internet tries to fit you into a box? Your business is...
Honestly, drawing a face from the side is only half as tricky. We start like we did before, by drawing a circle as a base.
Oh, you did?
Also, our middle line now goes to the side.
Aries post on her channel, or... Aries is a lady.
And we add the same guidelines as we did before, just watch out
Garrett's
that this time
the
upper guideline is in the middle of the circle.
Something
also,
like that.
as you can see, the middle line is curved. And so are the other lines as well, but you can see that
Look,
from
this is a perfect
perspective,
example.
so don't even
watch this, Garrett. He's doing a side view right now.
bother. Now, if you have any problems drawing this basic structure, I feel you. So did I as a beginner. Just try envisioning a fencing mask, because it has a very similar shape to it. Also, I told you the ear is as big as this part right here. And yes, that's still true, of course. And when it comes to the placement, I would place the ear right about here, in the middle of the circle. That's where the ear starts, but when you draw it, you tend to draw it a bit more to the right side. Also, the proportions are the same as they were before. 2 small parts and 1 big part. So again, it's 2, 1, 1. Now drawing the jaw, and that's about it for the side view. Also, don't forget the cheek guideline. And that's it for the face shape. All that's left is drawing in the facial features. Like we did before, we add basic building blocks to our drawing. You need to be especially careful with eyes and lips. If you're not, your drawing will look like, well, this. The shape of an eye is gonna be triangular. And this goes for almost every style. Doesn't matter if you draw more realistic or stylized eyes, when it's sideways, it's a triangle. But the guidelines stay the same. Doesn't matter what kinds of eyes you're drawing, it works just like it did before. Now we need to add something we didn't need before, the lower end of the forehead. So just add a little triangle right here. And the lips are triangular as well. They start very thin and get bigger over time. And that way you get this. That's all you need to know for starters, but just like before, you can be creative yourself. You don't have to draw a triangular cookie cutter nose. If you prefer a button nose, you can draw that too. Just keep in mind, you'll need a different building block for that. But again, there's nothing wrong with practicing a basic face, so here are again all the relevant building blocks for that. And now you can get more detailed and more elaborate. Try drawing the chin a bit rounder, add some eyelashes, and so on. If you struggle with finding details, you can, again, use photo references. I've made you guys another reference photo of myself right here. Like I promised, I shaved in the meantime, though I still couldn't find my shirt anywhere. But that's okay, I heard you get more views if you are half naked. Now back on topic, try picturing guidelines in reference photos so you can practice applying guidelines easier. And here's the trick, this works with every face, in every style. There's just different proportions that you need to keep in mind. Now this was a very basic way to draw faces. And like with most of my videos on my channel, I have made a cheat sheet just for you. You can go ahead and take a screenshot of it. That's what I made them for. In exchange, you can drop a like on this video if you want to return the favor.
You okay, babe?
Alright, do you guys remember?
You good? No? Do you need the Theraflu again? For your throat? Is your throat hurting? Okay, well let me know. Okay, let me set a poll up. If I get 1 vote, I'll draw. Wait, how about I just say, should I paint? Should I continue my painting? I should? Okay, I'll do it. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go on my phone.